Welcome back to the Apparition Files. We are going to talk about horror movies. Now, the horror movie is a very, very old genre. How old? 1896. The director was Georges Méliès. I'm not going to try and pronounce the French title for it. I don't want to butcher it, but it was called in English The Haunted Castle or The House of the Devil. It's a beautifully made film. Just a simple collection of trick shots and basically a vaudeville that was filmed. The sets are very simple, but it's only 3 minutes long. It's available free on YouTube. You should really look it up. If you're an aficionado of film or horror films in particular, you really should watch this movie. It'll give you an idea of what the history is for the genre. Now, horror movies have evolved a lot since then, usually with increasing gore and violence. However, psychological thrillers have always been popular. Now, the main question people always ask themselves if they enjoy horror films, does it mean I'm a sociopath or a psychopath? Probably not. Sociopaths don't react the way normal people do, quote unquote normal people, during a horror movie. They have a lack of empathy, and they have a less of a reaction to the startle response, the jump scares in a movie. So real psychopaths are not going to get the same sensory enjoyment and the same cathartic response that the average person will to a horror movie. Now that I've reassured you that you are not a psychopath for enjoying them, let's talk about why you do enjoy them. Horror movies provide stimulation, psychological and physical stimulation, the release of adrenaline, and also they provide novel experiences. Just like when you go on a ride at an amusement park, it's a safe environment to push the boundaries for your own life experiences, something that you can think about and test yourself to see how you would respond to it. It's a really good way to grow yourself psychologically and even a little bit physically. Some of the other reasons are plain old curiosity. When you're curious about not just morbid curiosity, but curious about the darker side of humanity. They also provide a learning experience, so you could learn about your own fear response and pushing your own boundaries. Horror movies can also give you a great sense of accomplishment. Going through that, you feel as though you've accomplished a great difficult task. It's also a social bonding experience. When you go through this with a group of friends, people that you know, people that you're getting to know, this is a great bonding experience, all going through that same cathartic journey, going through the darkness of humanity, identifying with the protagonist, surviving and overcoming something that's very dark and evil. These things are good, and it's a good way to bond with your friend group. So this Halloween, grab your friends, head to the movie theater or to the sofa with a little bit of popcorn and enjoy the experience of seeing the darker side of humanity without actually putting yourself in danger. You'll learn a lot about yourself, and you'll learn a lot about your friends.